listening to Lead Defend, the podcast designed to help you grow in faith and leadership as you navigate the stages of your young adulthood. We address important faith topics and provide practical life tips, helping you build your faith as you engage in a changing culture. Here are your hosts, Seth Tucker and Ryan Scantling.
Hey, welcome to the Lead Defend podcast. This is our first one to be recorded like this, where you can actually see our faces. Yes. I'm not sure if that helps or hurts. What do you think, Seth?
I don't know about you. It helps me.
People come for Seth's money shot. That's what we're banking on. So
we are called the eye candy of the ABSC.
You know, I've heard that a time or two.
You've said it.
I'm claiming it. I'm claiming it.
You've said it from the stage.
Hey, Seth, there are some things that shape your life. I mean, your devilishly good looks obviously do.
Yes.
But there are some events that oftentimes shape your life. I can remember when I bursted forth victorious from the womb. Like, that moment has changed everything about who I am.
Everything.
So what are some moments that have shaped your life?
Oh, man. So my adoption, I was adopted. Okay. That's a life-shaping thing.
Sure.
I don't remember it. I was born.
Yep.
And then.
So you were adopted like within hours of birth?
Yes, hours of birth. Okay. That's another day, another not dollar, but story.
Sure.
I'd say life-shaping event would be an FCA camp I attended in high school. Learned a lot of leadership skills. I met a girl that ended up being my wife, but we weren't dating then. She actually dated another dude for 6 months or 6 years after that. Sorry, 6 years after that. But
even though she had met the one.
Yeah, but I was like, man, that is the hottest girl I've ever seen in my life. And another one, I mean, my kids' births, I guess, my wedding, those are some life-shaping events.
Yeah, those are just days that like change the trajectory of things.
Yeah. Asking my father-in-law for my wife's hand, he looked at me and he said, "Thank you. She's expensive."
Yeah, those are awkward conversations. I won't get into mine, but it's fun, but it's also awkward.
Yes.
So, hey, there's a day that has the potential to be life-shaping.
It could easily be.
In a lot of folks' lives, coming up March 6th this year, 2021, and it's Lead Defend. Now, Lead Defend 2020 was incredible.
It was awesome.
And so we're really expectant about Lead Defend 2021. And really, this episode is all about giving you the juicy deets for Lead Defend 2021. Everything you need to know. How do you feel about us saying juicy deets?
I'm all for it. I think everybody understands. It's very clear and to the point and concise.
Okay, so Lead Defend, it's happening March 6th, but here's the thing. Space is limited to around 800 folks, and this is why. The auditorium seats about 1,600, but we can't even fit all 800 in that auditorium to do the social distancing. At Lead Defend this year, all of those showing up in person will be split between 3 venues: the main auditorium at Emmanuel Baptist Church, Horn Hall at Emmanuel Baptist Church, and also the City Center at Emmanuel Baptist Church. So there will be 3 different venues, great excitement. And so what we need to do is for you to go ahead and register. You can do that at leaddefend.org. Right after you register, you're going to get a confirmation email about that registration that'll give you some more fuller details. And the day before the event, you'll get an email directing you exactly where to park and where to go as you hang out on that day, your exact logistical locations.
Yeah, we've got some great bands that are going to be there leading worship in each site. So each site's going to have their own band. You've got the Casey Earl Band that's going to be there. You've got Corey and Stephanie Epps that are going to be there.
And Casey Earl leads from a drum set.
It's incredible.
So
He's
awesome.
also the drum teacher for my 8-year-old son.
Really?
Yeah. True
so
story.
Does your 8-year-old son practice in the garage or does he practice inside?
He's got a drum set in his room.
Ooh.
It's loud.
Does that room border your room?
No.
Wise.
Yes, very.
So it just keeps your daughter up.
It just keeps everybody else up.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, and then the last worship leader we've got is Evan Woodfin from UCA.
Yeah, Evan, man, he's led worship for BCM at Conway for a long time, leads worship at Summit in Conway also, so we're excited about these 3, Corey, Casey, and Evan. Now, on that day, we're going to have some outstanding giveaways.
Lake houses, Escalades, Teslas. It's going to be awesome.
I mean, we don't know about that.
Okay, none of that.
There will definitely be a $500 giveaway. And here's what it is. It's actually a travel voucher for you to go and travel to serve God somewhere around the world. We've recently launched a website, argo2.com. And so you can go to argo2.org. argo2.org. That's the letter A, RGO2.org, where you can sign up for trips to the IMB, North American Mission Board, Arkansas Baptist, And we're actually going to give a student who comes to Lead Defend and applies for a mission trip through argoto.org a $500 travel voucher. Now,
and a mission trip's another life-changing event.
Absolutely.
I was called to ministry on a mission trip.
Oh, I can remember serving at a summer camp, and there are some summer camps that are going to be listed on here. Serving at a summer camp that absolutely shaped my life.
That's right.
So Lead Defend's going to be incredible. We're going to be doing some podcasts at Lead Defend. So you're going to get to see the Seth Tucker right there in the flesh.
And Ryan Scantling, which some of you already see.
I mean, anyway. I'll be there. But really, Seth is the show, and you know it, and I know it. So go to leaddefend.org. Lots of information there. We want to spend a little bit of time highlighting our speakers. We have some incredible folks. Now, some of you may be concerned right now because you're like, what if I get in a venue that's not as good as the other venue? The truth is, all the venues will vary in sizes. Social distancing will be observed. All COVID guidelines and protocols will be followed. You'll be required to wear a mask while you're inside the building, except when you're eating that delicious Chick-fil-A lunch that will be provided for you for the cost of attendance.
Pre-blessed.
But every single venue will have the same set of speakers. So Mary Jo Sharp will be in there, Frank Turek will be there, and also Alicia Wood will be in there speaking specifically to you. It's going to be an incredible time. Now, Mary Jo Sharp, if some of you were there last year in 2020, will remember her. She was a crowd favorite. She's a former atheist from the Pacific Northwest who currently is an assistant professor at HBU, Houston Baptist University. You will love listening and engaging with Mary Jo. She did some of the most incredible Q&As last year.
Yeah, we also did a podcast with her. You can go back and listen on our podcasts, whatever platform you use, and we've got a great podcast with Mary Jo ourselves.
Yeah, what was the name of her book? The name of her book was something, I Don't Have Enough Faith to Be an Atheist.
That's right.
And so she writes and speaks on that topic. You will love engaging with Mary Jo. Now, Frank Turek, some of you know well, he actually hosts a YouTube channel and hosts an expose, really, about defending the faith consistently on university campuses. He's an author and speaker, and he's an award-winning author of 4 different books. So he'll have those, present those. Now, Frank does some incredible Q&As on college and university campuses, and he's going to include that as part of his talk at Lead Defend on March 6th. So you want to be sure and make sure that you don't miss out on that.
Yep, don't miss it.
That's going to be good. And then our last speaker is Alicia Wood. Alicia is an itinerant speaker, graduated from Roberts Wesleyan College with a degree in criminal justice, and she uses all of that background to really expose the truths behind the gospel and why we have an opportunity to defend our faith and lead in our faith in every single way. Well, we've talked about some of those things that shape us, who we are, kind of have the opportunity to shape our trajectory. And Lead Defend is one of those events. I can think of students who've come not really expecting much out of it, to be honest, and they left thinking it was the best event that they've gone to in their entire years in college.
Whether you're a high school student, a college student, or a young professional, I mean, it's an event that will stick out to you as one of those moments where you worshiped Christ in a passionate way with a lot of people around you, and you learned some great information about how to defend your faith.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about the day. So you're going to roll up on campus at Emmanuel Baptist Church in Little Rock, and 9:30 is when check-in starts, and by 10:30, we need you in your place because session 1 is starting hot and heavy. You'll be led in worship by the Corey Epps Band or Casey Earl or Evan Woodfin, depending on your location, and then you'll have a speaker. In City Center, the first speaker will be Alicia Wood. In Horn Hall, it'll be Mary Jo Sharp, and in Main Auditorium, it'll be Frank Turek. And then at 12:15, after that session, we'll all dismiss.
Musical speakers.
We'll all dismiss for a Chick-fil-A lunch, and then those speakers are going to rotate, and they're going to come to each one of you. That second session will be at 1 o'clock. At 2:30, you'll have a break. Not too much mixing and mingling because, you know, COVID. But you can go use the potty or whatever. Well, what do you call it with your kids? Do you tell them you need to use the potty or the bathroom, or how does that language change over the years?
I just say, don't pee on my floor.
Okay. All right, embarrassing story. You know those moments when you wake up and you're just like in a fog because you didn't get well rested?
Yeah.
There were several times as a teenager that I peed in the trash can in our bathroom just because I don't know, I was in a fog. So
well, you know, it's kind of like when you know you're not in a 5-star hotel when you call the front desk and you say, I got a leak in the sink, and they tell you to just go right ahead.
Okay, but long story short, you're going to have a break somewhere in there so that you can take care of business. And then at 3 o'clock, we'll have that last session, and you'll be on the road home by 5. But at 5 o'clock, around there is when we're going to do those incredible giveaways. So leaddefend.org, make sure that you sign up because it has the capacity to be life-changing. There were some questions that were sent to us via Instagram. So we want to just take a couple moments to hit some of those questions to talk about it. What will COVID protocols be? Seth, can you give us some answer for that?
Hey, there's going to be 3 locations. There's going to be social distancing. Wear your masks when you're in the building, please, and enjoy yourself.
It's going to be a good time. Now, there's also another question. Will there be spacing between students? Oh, yeah, you're going to be spread out. But our assumption is also if you've traveled in a van with some people in your group, then you're kind of quarantining with those people, at least for this event. So we'll give you freedom with the people that you traveled with to sit together. In fact, you're going to be only sitting with people that came with you in your group. So we're going to make sure that groups are separated and all of those things. But if you're registering as an individual, don't hesitate to go ahead and register. We don't want you sitting way out in left field. We'll make sure that you've got a place to belong. It's going to be good stuff.
There's just a phrase that we used in youth ministry for many years, which is just don't be an idiot, okay? If you travel together, sit together. If you didn't travel together, please don't sit together.
Yeah, wash your hands when you use the bathroom, and not just when you use the bathroom. Yeah. I was talking, I spoke at a youth group a couple weeks ago, and there was this guy student that came out of the bathroom, and he's like, I'll be so glad when COVID's over so that I can quit washing my hands. I just ignored the conversation.
It's like my 8-year-old, that kind of statement. No lie.
Hey, so make sure you go to our Lead Defend Instagram page because right now we're doing a giveaway. Just go back a couple posts. We have a giveaway where you can like and follow a couple pages and be entered to win in this particular giveaway. It's going to be good stuff. We'll see you at Lead Defend on March 6th.
That's right.
Seth, make a last appeal to get them there.
Lake houses, Escalades, and Teslas will not be given away. But there will be great things that we will give away as well.
It's going to be good. Hey, the last thing some of you have asked about, is there an online option for Lead Defend this year? The truth is, we want you in the room where it happens. Yes, that's a Hamilton quote, but we really want you there. But if you can't come, there are some specifications being made just for you. You can go to leaddefend.org, and there's an opportunity to register for the live stream. But you need to know, this event is being produced for the folks in the room, so the live stream quality is just a production of what's going on in the room where it happens. So,
and in all seriousness, this will have the opportunity to be one of those events that shapes your life forever, and Jesus Christ can do an incredible work in you and through you.
It's going to be good. Hey, we can't wait to see you March 6th, Lead Defend. Leaddefend.org for more information. Until next time, this has been Ryan and Seth.
That's right. See you then.
That's it for this episode of Lead Defend. Until next time, check out our website at leaddefend.org for details on the next Lead Defend conference, or shoot Seth and Ryan an email at leaddefend@absc.org. If you want to help us out, rate and review Lead Defend on your podcast app, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Thanks for listening. Now go lead.
A podcast from the Arkansas Baptist State Convention.